Metaphysical Marc here, and I'm coming just to talk to you guys about a topic that I've been talking about before that you've seen on recent videos about etymology. So etymology is the origin of a word and what it really means and where it actually comes from. So today I want to talk about a subject that's so important because, oh my gosh, in this new age, in this new age religious aspect, to be honest with you, of spirituality, we look at what we say as an ego death. So I know that this term has been coined by all these great thought leaders, but none of it actually makes sense. When you look at the definition of ego, when you look at ego in a psychological sense, you can't kill that. That is you. That's your personality. You don't kill your personality. You don't see people without a personality. If they are, then they're mindless. And that is where the delusion comes into play. So, trickery comes in so many different forms. It can be presented as the truth. You know, in the Bible it says that Satan can come to you as a being of light. So to discern everything that comes to you and test everything that comes to you, to find the truth, the true resonance, because the resonance of the truth is the same, it doesn't change. You can feel it, it's there, you know it, and you can find it, evidence of it, because it's the truth. You can't wipe out truth. Lies can never wipe out truth. So, the idea of killing the ego, this is why I have such a hard time backing a lot of these philosophies, because they're based off of misinformation. They're not based off of real, actual philosophical or psychological backings. So a lot of these people that we are deeming as progressors in our spirituality and in our spiritual awareness are actually taking us away from what we actually are. You are supposed to be who you are. You're supposed to know who you are. You're supposed to know your personality. You're supposed to understand it. Your ego can either be unhealthy or healthy, depending on how your actions are spilling out and affecting the people that are around you or that you come in contact with. That is a healthy ego or an unhealthy ego. It's not a dead or alive ego. That shit doesn't make any sense. Scientifically, by definition. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. If it zooms in, it's the definition. I'm going to read it. Definition, Oxford. Definition of ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. Your ego is literally your self-esteem. If you killed your self-esteem, then you have no sense of self. Then what is your value? What is your worth? What are you? You will be literally told what you are by these people that are telling you to kill your ego and become egoless. No, that's because they have an ego. Look up Eckhart Tolle. I know people that have actually sat down with him. Very much ego. A little unhealthy ego at certain points of time, which I get. It's a fine line between these two. But you don't go and kill yourself or kill your self-esteem. You build it up. So when you're building it up, that means what you're doing is taking out the things that are not healthy and feeding your ego healthy things, healthy ideas, healthy surroundings, healthy outlooks. So that those things now become your traits, which become your character, and you don't have to think about it. You are what you are. That's how you build. That's how you deconstruct your ego, and then you rebuild it. You don't kill it. You don't kill any aspect of yourself. If you're killing aspects of yourself, you're not really understanding that that is a part of you and always has been a part of you and always will be. So you're not really killing it. You're just burying it for it to, resurrect when the time comes when you're in a situation that you have not emotionally prepared yourself for. It's going to rear its ugly head again. But if you actually understand it and then give it the tools to actually become healthier, you don't have to worry about something coming up out of nowhere or rearing its ugly head. It's going to always be here. You fixed yourself. You've improved your paradigm. You've alchemized your lower into a higher aspect of yourself. Not by killing it, but by transmuting it. That's the difference, man. These philosophies, these theories, these teachers that are out here teaching ego deaths are literally disempowering you from your own being. I'm not the same as you. I don't have the same gifts as you. I don't have the same strength as you. So I need you to be who you are. I need you to have your esteem built so that you can express who you are. I don't need you to be egoless. I don't need you to not have a sense of yourself or your self-importance. That is toxic. And if you or anybody else that you know have literally heard this term and are using this term, show them the video. Show them this video. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Like the video. Share this mug. Let it go out as far as the eyes can see, because guess what? That's what these people have done with this misinformation. This shit has been catapulted to the extremes of every aspect of the world, and no one has literally went back to the etymology of ego to understand in psychoanalysis. In a psychoanalysis, this is what this is saying. It's part of the mind. It's part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious. Your personality, aka your personality. Don't kill your personality. You're supposed to have a personality, or you will not have any sense of yourself, of knowing who you are and your uniqueness. People want to be one in all this, but they really are just telling you that they are one, but not like you, because they're telling you the difference between them and you. Come on now. They're building their self-esteem by telling you that you don't got one. Telling you to kill your ego. And what we doing? We run into them because of what? They wrote books. Let's be real, man. Let's be real. We have to take away from this spiritual new age bullshit and actually go into the Hermetics, because this is where they got all that stuff from. Go into the ancient Egyptians and the Hermetics. They never took away psychology, science, and actual physical, tangible representations of the spirit, because they understood that if it's represented in a higher aspect, in an ethereal aspect, in a spiritual aspect, it has to have a representation in the material, because it's one of the same. So if you can't find this shit in the material, it doesn't exist. It's a delusion that someone created in their own mind. I'll say that again. It's a delusion that someone has created in their own mind. This is not a delusion. This is the actual meaning behind the word that we are delusionally using as something that is so killable. No, that's toxic. That's toxic. It's toxic. And it says, and it's responsible for reality testing. It is responsible for reality testing in a sense of personal identity. Reality testing. Without an ego, you can never test reality. So you're egoless and you're living in a delusion while you're in reality. This is why people are poor. This is why people are sick. This is why people have no healthy relationships, because they think that they're egoless instead of actually understanding that that's unhealthy. You need to build a healthy ego, an ego body, a good representation of yourself, or how you feel about yourself. Love yourself. They tell you to love yourself, but then tell you to kill your ego. That doesn't make any sense. How can you love something that you just killed? Doesn't even make any sense. We need to stop believing these people. They're just regurgitating information that they read out of books that have no premise. All those books are literally pseudosciences, bro. New Earth, all that shit, pseudoscience, bro. This is actual real deal science that we've actually looked at and studied for years. Only thing I'm doing is just telling y'all this. Because what I do, I'm not a pseudoscientist, bro. I'm a metaphysician. So I'm literally taking things that we believe that we can't see and showing the representations of how they actually embody and move around in the things that we can see. This is what metaphysics is. This is what Marc metaphysics is. This is what metaphysical Marc does. So what I do is I speak truth. This is the truth right here. Etymology of words is the truth. Stop telling people to kill their ego, because that's not true. That's not possible. And it will literally take them into a delusion, which is psychotic and insanity. And if they go get treated or have a psych eval, they will have no place in reality. And that means that you are psychotic, delusional, and they lock you up for that shit. Like, we have to start taking away from just beliefs. Everybody believe every single thing, and then like actuality, bro. Because I can believe that the sky is orange. That don't mean that the sky is fucking orange. My beliefs does not mean reality, bro. So we gotta stop. We have to stop the lies and actually get back to the truth. And this subject matter about ego is one of the biggest things that I want to start off by saying is a fucking lie. Stop listening to it. Stop listening to these teachers that's telling you not to have an ego. They're leading you away from what you actually are supposed to be doing here. You would not manifest here in this realm to have this experience if you were not meant to have an aspect of yourself experiencing it. Meaning your ego body and whatever you are going through in your soul, your mind, your experiences. That's your ego. You change it. It's like everything else, it changes in your body. But don't kill it. Come on now. So, share this to everybody that you see saying this shit. I love it. I love you guys. That's why I'm telling you guys the truth. And if you don't believe me, go research it yourself. Stop just taking everything as face value and start doing the fucking research, man. Especially in this age of misinformation. You can easily be persuaded and swayed over here if you don't actually go look and discern for yourself. I discern every single aspect of all this spiritual shit. So I'm a metaphysician. That's what I do. It's my job to test, to see. And I'm a Sag North Node in the Libra rising. This is what I do. So, don't believe me? Look at the proof. It's right there. Go Google it yourself. You'll find it. Other than that, I love y'all. And if y'all really want to get in terms of metaphysics, mental alchemy, mental transmutation, paradigm shifts, emotional alchemy, hit your boy up. Go on my website, www.metaphysicalmarc.com, and just look. Look and see the things that I've been through. Look and see the things that I talk about. And look and see the things that I have available. And then we can go from there. Because the more you know the truth, the freer you are. I love y'all, man. Be easy.